Hello!
Hi guys, welcome to the Synchro Skaters Club.
Thanks for tuning in again.
I know, I think we need to start with a big thank you. Like, holy moly, the
We
love we have received.
cannot believe it.
Like, we've just hit over 100 views. That's like,
Crazy.
what?
Wasn't just two,
Yeah,
wasn't just our mum, so
yeah,
thanks.
literally. We're going to shout out our mums again because they loved it. So, hi
Yeah.
Michelle, hi Sammy J. We wouldn't be here without them. So,
It's
oh, cute.
amazing.
Anyway, anyway. Welcome to season one, episode two.
It's just the beginning. Dun dun
Oh,
dun!
ominous. We are here to chat you through what's coming up this season, some themes, some scores, because teams are already starting to compete,
Yeah,
which
they
is
have.
exciting.
Yeah.
Some competitions that are coming up, and then some predictions, because yeah, why not?
Why
So,
not?
that's what we're here to do today. We're going to focus on all the teams that went to Worlds, with a few extras that maybe didn't make it last year, along with a bit more focus on your Finland, your Canada, and your America,
The
because
big
they've got some
three.
awesome teams. The big three.
Yeah.
Because, sorry, but you've got 9 teams that we're about to talk about that could all win gold, really, haven't you?
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So,
Next level.
yeah. So, the big boys, we're going to talk through those. And yeah, we're just gonna talk us through.
Chat.
So should we get started, Brie?
Update. Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, we're gonna hop on a plane and we're gonna arrive in Finland as our first stop.
The place we wish we were
So
born.
yeah, yeah, definitely. We're gonna start with the one and the only Rockettes, because legends, right? I mean, they're all
Again,
legends, but
yeah, we're going to call everyone legends because to us, they're all incredible. Us judging from our
um,
couches, everyone's amazing.
yeah,
However, we will
yeah,
critique it. Like we could do any
yeah.
better.
Yeah. Brie and I are those skaters that when at competition, well, ex skaters now, those people at competitions that will watch the unofficial practice, the official practice, the competition. We'll get PDFs out. We'll like analyze. We're like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's it's a
Yes,
passion.
indeed.
But anyway, back to Rockettes, and we're going to start with the coach. I'm going to hand that over to Brie because I could not butcher such a legend's name.
Okay, Kaiser, first name. Pretty
Beautiful.
standard.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I'm gonna. Aratik,
Beautifully done. Better than I could do, that's for sure.
maybe?
Yeah, better than I could do. Obviously, third place at Worlds last year, with two beautiful programs, Liberation for their short and Incarnation as their free.
Mm,
Those dresses, especially those free program
mm.
dresses, were
Incredible. They're both so intricate, and it kind of
incredible.
matched the program in that the
Hmm
dresses were as intricate as the programs. There was just
hmm
so much going on.
That was. You just sometimes don't know where to look, do you?
No,
Like,
you really don't.
just so much going on, but beautiful. I think I heard, now anyone that knows better, correct me if I'm wrong, that their dresses are like artistic gymnastic leotards from last season, and they like added on skirts and stuff, which I
Okay,
think is
yeah.
really innovative. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because those leotards are known for being particularly
hmm
detailed and
hmm
jeweled and painted and all that sort of stuff.
hmm hmm
That's pretty cool.
If if we look to their last season's world score, they get a whopping 78 points for their short, which is,
Crazy. Amazing.
I can't even like get my head around that. Can you
Hmm.
imagine standing on that, kiss and crying, and 78 in your short? Amazing. And then in their free, 151.84.
Which
Mental.
is pretty impressive. I don't think
Yeah,
they got
mental
quite what they
numbers.
were hoping for at Worlds. Just gone, they
No.
had a um, technical difficulty, and I think it was one of the grip
Yeah.
lifts.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it's happened a couple years in a row where something hasn't quite gone
hmm
right on free program day, and I
hmm
think it just comes down to it being a mental game because they are
hmm
such top class athletes and such a
hmm
high class team that the pressure up there, I mean, you couldn't even imagine what it's like.
Yeah. I was just about to say, I cannot even imagine the pressure of stepping on world's ice when you've got a medal to play for,
Mm.
like incredible. And you know, they've already skated a few times this season. I think it's really cool what Finland are doing. I think it's the first season they've done it. It's their Synchro tour. It might be their second, I'm not sure, but yeah, really cool how there's like a whole league for Synchro, right? Like, that's awesome.
I wonder if it's a build-up for Finnish Worlds too.
Yeah, very good point.
Build up the excitement and get everyone ready to go for that, because that in itself is going to be a whole event.
Yeah, that would be incredible. But so their scores already this season, they're short, not even 2 points away from their world score of 76.88. And then they're free. Like, sorry, Brie.
I was saying it is the second competition already.
Yeah.
So,
which is insane, because you look to some teams, which we're going to go on to, haven't even like told us their themes yet. You know, like it's, you know, good for them. But they're free again, not even 5 points away from the world score of 147.86. So they're killing it.
They are 2 comps down. We're in November.
Yeah,
and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
I guess that's the same with all of these teams from these top 3 countries.
Yeah,
they're all
step ahead, aren't they?
Yeah.
And their themes this year, like, I love their free, but their short is equally as cool. I'm going to try and say this: La Poème Laponie, which we have translated to mean
the story of Lapland, which is
how cool,
really cool.
Yeah,
I feel like some themes at the moment can go a bit batshit crazy.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like, we've seen some wacky ones, haven't we?
Okay, I respect it, but
I don't understand it.
Yeah, and also not the easiest to translate. You have to have some pretty amazing choreography and skating skills and that sort of thing to bring across these more unusual themes. But I love that Lapland is a place, and that you can kind of
relate to it.
You can create it in your head without even seeing the program, so you kind of know where it could go. But if people don't know what Lapland is
Sabrina, everyone knows what Lapland is. Come on.
I don't know. Not everyone might. No. Like eternal winter, Christmas. Like, it's where
Santa's from. How would you not know what Lapland is?
I don't know. Maybe not everyone does. Not everyone comes from, you know, Santa-based homes.
Fine, I take your point on board. But if you don't know where Lapland is, you need to have a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. I'm joking. And their dresses, oh my gosh, they're stunning. They're like the Northern Lights.
Yeah, they're stunning.
And the free program is criminal.
But if we're talking about dresses,
beautiful dresses.
Those dresses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are my favourite ones I think I've seen in a long time. Just straight.
Me too. They are stunning.
Black, classy. The crystal, the silver crystals. It's stunning. Beautiful. Okay, next on our Finland tour is moving to Team Unique.
Yeah.
Again, legends, as we will call every single one of these teams.
Yeah.
They have a big coaching team.
Yeah, strap in for her pronunciation for these ones.
Am I gonna have to?
Yeah. You go for it, girl. You can say Miru. You don't have to do the full one.
She's a legend.
Yeah, you only have to go Miru for her.
And her last name, Pentinen?
Sure. I'm so sorry, Miru, if we've got this wrong. Miru's going to be listening.
Ville?
Yeah, I think it's Ville.
Pentinen. Sini Lagerkrantz?
Sure.
Lee? Helpy?
Yeah.
Laura Valley? And...
Yeah, this one's a big one.
And the big one. The big name.
Yeah.
Anu Okasen.
Mic drop.
Crazy. So...
Mic drop.
For those that don't know, Anu used to be the head coach of Marigold Ice Unity, the third team that we're going to talk about in a moment from Finland. and she created the dynasty that is that team. All their success, I guess, can be
attributed to her.
She's been in it since the team started. I mean, there's no other words really, but there's a bit of an upset this year. We don't know what exactly happened, but she is no longer coaching Marigold. Whether she got ousted or decided to leave, that's up to you to decide. We think that she might have got ousted, but who knows? Who knows,
right? Maybe we'll find out.
But I think a very, very smart decision for her to go to Unique. And there was an interview on Jura Synchro about after Unique had skated, or was it after they'd skated?
I think so.
And their coach Miru said that they saw what happened. She saw what happened to Anu and said, we'd love to have you, basically.
I mean,
who
wouldn't love to have Anu? I think as smart as a decision that is for Anu, it's equally as smart for Miru and Team Unique, right?
Anyway, so aside from that drama, moving on. They did go to Worlds last year. They came fourth, so 1 place behind Rockettes. Their theme for this short was Let It Be, where they got 76.5. I mean, pretty bloody great.
So close at the top, isn't it? So close at the top.
And then they're free. This is French. Bear with.
It's actually
Italian. Oh gosh.
Well, I was just looking at. I'm pretty sure it's Italian because it's an Italian film.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a foreign language. Go on, Brie. Give it a shot.
Lacrime d'amore.
Beautifully done.
Thank you so much.
Translates as Tears of Love, an Italian film. Beautiful.
Where they earned 150.61 at Worlds.
Yeah, wow.
Again, combined in them 4th place. Excellent work there. Nothing else really.
There's nothing really more to say other than wow.
And then this year they have already got very close. Once again, their short is called This Is Unique.
I love that.
Which, as it should be.
Yeah.
As it should
What
be.
a year for it. What a year for it.
Imagine if they win and their short is called This Is Unique. Again,
Stop
with the
it.
Team Unique pun. Amazing. But they've skated.
Can I just say their dresses as well? They're like shiny and sassy, and they're just unique, right? I am sorry, listeners, because for the whole podcast I will be doing the unique pun, but I'm actually not sorry.
And they've skated and earned 75.64 for this program already. 1 point. Literally not even 0.9 points off their world score. So we can only imagine what those scores are going to be like. In April next year. Their free program is very exciting. Definitely a fan favorite for like classic show tunes. He had it coming.
Oh, just reminds me of Glee. That's showing you who I was as a child. No, Sabrina, we don't need to hear you sing.
He only had it.
Stop. Okay, let's talk costumes before we get onto scores.
Amazing choice.
Oh, red, stunning.
Beautiful. Definitely giving Sunblock Tango.
Yeah. Wow. Fangirl moment.
Yeah. They've earned 141.42 for this program. So about 9 points behind what they got for Worlds. But maybe steps.
Hey, there's time, right? There's time.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to Marigold Ice Unity. New coaches this year, as we've said. Apologies for the pronunciation here. I'm going to give it a shot. We've got Tina Tarunen. Can I say that right?
Excellent.
And Mikey
I think that one's Marky.
Okay. I'm going to leave the pronunciation to you, Brie.
I mean, not that I'm much better, but...
And these are the Finnish team that didn't make it to Worlds last year. It's always a close race, isn't it, with the Finnish, well, any of the top countries, but I feel like especially the Finnish, and especially it's going to be this year, you know, home Worlds, like, yes, it's just going to be tight, right?
The fight for it is going to be incredible.
Yeah. I think last year's programs, look, I love Marigold, their Splash program, their Finland program, they've got some real iconic ones in there, like the Transformers, when they did the block with the people on them. Sorry?
Somehow they skated like a robot the entire time.
Like, incredible. I'm going to say the short for me just didn't tick as many boxes as previous years. I loved the fact that they had pockets in their Some Like It Hot program. Pockets in a dress, in a skating dress, absolutely.
Yeah.
But hey, my opinion on the theme doesn't detract from how amazing they are. So, I did love their free of aliens. Yes, that was cool.
That was very impressive. Very different. Just a whole new world to interpret.
Yeah.
But again, that was
for sure
a new. So this year it's a whole different world.
Yeah. It is. I mean, they got decent, very, very decent. I can't believe I'm using the word decent scores here. 71.96 in their short and 149.58 in their free. That's their national score. We took that if they didn't make it to Worlds. A little off this year. They've not quite reached those levels yet. I mean, God, we're in November, so why would they have 67.64 in their short and 138 dead on in their free? Their themes, though. So short program, unsure if they've got a title or a specific theme. The dresses are a beautiful, like a two-piece blue. Looks quite a lyrical number. I have listened to a few reels. It's very lyrical, but I'm unsure what the official theme is. But it's stunning nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen an announcement from them on what it is.
No, me neither. But they're free, however. Yeah, maybe. Their free is Sandstorm.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I quite like Sandstorm.
I do. I think, you can really like translate that on the ice, I think. So I'm excited for them.
In my head, I mean, it's purely because we've just been watching the ice dance.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
Think straight to
I knew this would come up. Any excuse for Olivia Smart to come up.
And their June program.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are the sort of vibes that we're going to see from Marigold.
Yeah, me too. And I love their dresses. I really love their dresses.
Yes, they definitely say Sandstorm. I feel like that's a very classy way of being sand. Because how else can you be sand? Moving on.
No, literally. Yes, we're going to have a quick look at last year's national results. Rockets in first, obviously. Combined score of 230.65. Mental.
Then Marigold second.
Which is interesting because they didn't go to Worlds, did they?
Yeah, I guess that when all the qualifiers added up, it didn't quite make it. But they got 221.54, so they were a fair bit behind Rockets. But then even more so was Unique with 214.16.
Which makes me wonder maybe they had a fall.
Yeah. Quite a big gap between them.
Yeah. And then we'll have a quick look at the first qualifiers. I know we've spoken about it briefly, but again, Rockets in first up front, 224.74. Like not even 6 points behind their world score, which is mental. Their Nash's national score.
Yes, for sure. Then we've got Unique in second with 217.06. So they've swapped to second, but still 7 points behind Rockets.
And then Marigold with their new coaches in third with 200.79. much more potential, I'm sure, from Marigold. I think we'll see those scores massively increase, right?
Yeah.
Over the coming season.
For sure.
Alrighty, we've done Finland. Should we go to Canada next?
Let's get on a plane to the
Let's
icons that are.
Let's do it.
Canada. Talking. The number one spot for Canada. Or taking.
Yeah.
Okay, Sabrina. We have Les Supreme.
Oh,
three-time world champions. Coached.
Back-to-back world champions.
Back-to-back, yeah. Coached by the masterminds that are Marilyn Langlaw. I'm
sure.
so sorry.
Just Marilyn will do.
Just Marilyn.
Because she is just Marilyn.
Then we have Pascal Dennis, who is amazing to watch at competitions. Oh,
yes.
Next level. His little feet stomps. Honestly, you could watch the team and then watch him completely separately, and you'd be just it's entertaining. Yeah. It's amazing. And then we also have Amelie Brochu. So a team of three. Nice. I mean, amazing. They're doing amazing things. They went to Worlds last year. Yes, they won.
They wiped the floor.
It's just that easy. Their short was called Love is Blindness, and they got 78.89. Beautiful. Red dresses. The little crop number.
2-piece.
Oh. Great. And then their free was Everest, and they got 159.08.
Can I just say, when I saw those hydroglides into an eye balance for the first time, sorry. You know, just incredible.
It's amazing.
I know.
I know. That's it. This year they have already skated, so Canada has got started. Their short program, La Bohème, is
beautiful.
An opera, we believe. And they have earned 71.80 in the short.
Solid.
Fab. And then their free is human. Is it just human? Is that what the theme?
That's what they've called it.
Human. Their dresses are incredible. The purple number.
With the gloves. It's just so iconically Les Supreme.
139.94.
And they did have a fall. I had a cheeky look at their PDFs. So that's why it's a little bit lower than perhaps what we'd expect.
Yeah.
But still incredible, right?
Yes, absolutely. I believe the boy in their team is skating. Is he skating both this year? He's definitely skating three. Yes.
I'm pretty sure. Can we shout him out and the other alternate that skated at Worlds last year?
Amazing.
I have to say this. I couldn't take my eyes off that boy in the short, and it was incredible. But shout out to those alternates because you guys were amazing. You just wouldn't have been able to tell.
Didn't it go in crutches?
Yeah, her leg broke her leg something like the week before Worlds, and they still won.
Oh, it just shows the quality of training.
It does. It really does. And the importance of alternates, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. We're going to move on to Nova now, who are a fairly new team, I would say, in the last 5-10 years, whatever. Coached by Dominic Barth, Nadine Tugas, and Joanne. Couldn't find the last name for her. They did go to Worlds, came fifth. I have to have a special mention for their short program last year.
Blondie.
Call me. Wow. They got 72.09 at Worlds last year. Beautiful, incredible program. And you know what? Even their free last year, those beautiful teal dresses, SOS earned them 139.49. So,
they have a whole lot of attitude, I feel like, in their skating.
Yeah, they do. And I love it. I love it.
Their short is something else. Seeing that live
now,
incredible. Sorry.
If we look to this year, They haven't been super open with their themes. They've competed at sectionals, although I could only find a short program score of 61.4. So my guess is they perhaps pulled out. I don't know. But yeah, leaving us a little bit in the dark there, Nova. We'd love to hear what your themes are, but equally, I'm sure they're going to be incredible. So I guess we just watch and wait, right?
We wait and see. And then we move the third and final team in Canada, the legendary Nexus, who did not attend World last year, no. But had two pretty incredible programs, I must say.
Yeah, the short was
Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo. That was cool and something different. They hadn't really ever done anything like that before. Usually they stick to the classical, very artistic, very beautiful. But this was probably
those costumes.
Yeah, and the first time in a long time that they had a song with lots of lyrics and well, even a pop song. Like, yeah, it was really cool.
Awesome. Cool to watch live. We saw that, didn't we? It was awesome.
But I jumped over their coaching team. Their coaching team is Shelley Barnett, Jennifer Beauchamp Critchin, and Anne Shelter. The legend is Anne Shelter, Annie's Edges.
Yeah.
Classic. But for this short at nationals, because they didn't go to World, they got 72.24. Again, amazing, up there in the ranks with the rest of the big three. And
it's incredible, isn't it?
They're free. The theme was Butterfly, another beautiful one, some beautiful dresses, where they got 133.71. So amazing. They haven't skated this year yet, and themes again, keeping those under wraps, I imagine, until they do, like a number of teams. We're still early days, so we'll keep you posted.
Yeah. And again, another interesting nationals result last year for Canada. We've got Leslie Prems first in the short, second in the free, first overall. We've got Nova third in the short, first in the free, second overall. And then we've got Nexus second in the short, third in the free, third overall. So it's crazy, right? Like, it's so close in Canada as well. Like you say, 3 world-class teams all competing for those 2 spots. It's just tight competition.
Yeah. I mean, all of them have got some pretty impressive history.
Yeah, so, massively. Cool.
Incredible.
Not really much to touch on the qualifiers for Canada.
Just
hopefully more to come. Yeah. Hopefully more to come.
Absolutely. Alrighty, jumping on another plane, and we're off.
Off to America. Go on, Brie, talk us through Hayden Nats.
Beautiful coach, Saga Krantz.
Yeah.
The icon herself.
Yeah.
Finnish icon, we will say.
Yeah.
I believe she skated on Marigold.
I think so.
Did they go to Worlds last year? Yes, they did. They came second.
Oh, they did. And can I just say, I have noticed something. Guess who's gone? Now he's got a world medal.
Yeah. Our fave.
The legend that is Stephen.
He's gone. His time is up. He was on the team for a long time though.
Yeah, a long time.
Man's put in the work. He was another one though that you couldn't take your eyes off. But as a man,
no, you couldn't.
Synchro team, that's kind of, you have to be always better because you know everyone's going to be drawn to you.
Yeah.
But it is a sad.
I agree.
Is a shame. It is a shame.
Yeah.
I walked past him. What is my mouth doing? I walked past him. One of my first ever international competitions, and like just about passed away. And I was with one of my friends, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's Stephen." She was like, "Go get a photo." I was like, "No, I'm too scared. I don't want to." But I just walked past him with my jaw on the floor, like, that's Stephen.
It's the aura that these guys have, isn't it? Like, it radiates off them, and they are just incredible. Anyway, back to their themes. Go for it, Brie.
Back to the themes.
Yeah.
Short program last year was Claire de Lune. Did I say that right? Beautiful. Yeah, they got 76.74 at Worlds. And then their free was Who Wants to Live forever. 157.11. That was my favorite. That
you could hear a pin drop, couldn't you?
You could.
In that era when they skated that.
Oh, yeah, they were chasing Les Supreme. They were on their heels.
Yeah,
they were ready to go.
They were. They were.
They have skated this year. We don't know exactly what their themes are. They haven't done an exact announcement.
Their dresses for the short are interesting.
Yes.
They're like ombre.
Very
so 2000s.
62.81 for the short. It's the white and red, isn't it? Their dresses, yeah. And then the free, believe they have different coloured dresses.
Like purples and reds and maroons.
Yeah. They've got 124.08 at their first competition. So lots to look forward to.
I'm intrigued.
For them.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Alrighty, let's go to Skyliners. Joshua Babb and Pamela May coach these guys. They did go to Worlds last year. They came 6th. I loved their short last year. Writing's on the wall. They got 69.28. Stunning. And then free Romeo and Juliet, another fabulous program, 136.99. Beautiful, beautiful programs. Oh my goodness, I've just looked at their short program. You are definitely pronouncing that for me, Brie. They scored 60.58 in their short this year. I'm going to hand over to Sabrina to butcher this. It's by Andrew Boccielli. I don't even think I've said that right. Go for it, Brie.
Andre, he's the opera singer. How do you know?
I know.
Okay.
I know who he is.
I'm going to butcher this.
Go for it.
Arranjuez con tu amor. Do I sound... He's Italian, right? Or is this one that I've got wrong?
I have no idea, but their dresses are stunning. Black and gold. I'm just going to wave past that pronunciation. Skyliners, we're sorry.
They always
60.58 for that.
So
yeah, they do.
They do. Beautiful, but yes, 60.58. Incredible.
And then I love the name of their free, Unseen Humans. Yes. 114.28. Cool, huh?
Yeah, I like that. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Very cool.
Amazing. The third and final team that we're going to touch on, Miami University. And just the fact that they're a university team.
It's so cool.
So these skaters
I'm so jealous.
3 years? 4 years?
Yeah, something like that.
So their turnover must be pretty crazy every year.
Yeah.
Skaters coming in and going. But I suppose maybe that means at least there is a consistent amount of people coming in.
Yeah, very true.
Anyway, they are coached by, here we go, Carla, I'm so sorry, De Girolamo, Leanne Shocker, and Kelly Morris-Adair. Did they go to Worlds last year? No, they did not.
Big heartbreak for Miami.
However, Afton and I did see them in... Not Poland?
Yeah, Hevelius Cup.
Was Poland?
I think so, yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was, because we sat next to them at breakfast and I died inside because I was fangirling so hard.
Episode?
We did. And I'll continue to mention it because it was one of the best moments of my life.
Us just shell-shocked.
Yeah.
But, so they did
again, the aura.
Their themes last year for the short was The Big Smoke by Audio Machine, thinking like a masquerade-y kind of thing. We couldn't find exactly what they called it. But they got 67.90. And their free, the music mix was Mermaids and Sailors, where they got 123.18 at Nationals.
Very cool.
Again, we spoke about them last time. Just performance, 11 out of 10. They have skated this year, and they have announced their themes. So their short is called Move, and they
with bright orange dresses. Yeah. They're so cool.
Bright orange. They've got 54.46, and then their free is called The Ecstasy of Gold with 113.93.
Beautiful dresses again, black and gold.
Yes. I've seen the pictures of those are unreal.
And then, if we look at last year's nationals, there's no surprise here. Haydenet's at the top with 234.42. Skyliner's second with 221.58. Big difference there, hey, nearly 15 points. And then, Miami down at third with 191.08. So lots to come, I think, for these three teams. And I think we saw that at the qualifiers.
Yes, exactly. Where Haydenet's again won 186.89. Teams elite have gone senior.
This is exciting.
But I think
they have a senior and a junior.
But aren't they elite 12, I believe? Like they competed in senior, but I think it's an elite 12. Let's just real quick fact check that.
I'll keep talking while she's fact checking. So they came, third and then first in the free, so second overall. I'd be a bit sad if they're elite 12. I was really gunning for them. I love teams elite junior. Incredible. We watched them last season, beautiful. Skyliner's in third with 174.76, so not even a point in it between second and third. And then Miami down at the bottom in fourth with 168.39. So again, very different scores to what we saw last season at nationals. Lots and lots of work I'm sure that the teams will put into, and lots of point changes. Bree, did you fact check?
Yeah, they are elite 12.
Oh, my heart is broken. Okay.
So they do some incredible stuff, but they're elite 12. But I mean, chomping at the bit against Haydenett.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Especially because, that's cool. A conversation for another episode. Hey, elite 12.
We're gonna leave the big three.
Yeah, there's the big three done. We've just spent about half an hour talking about those guys. So let's go through the other teams. Should we start at Germany?
We shall indeed.
Berlin won. Gosh, I remember their Angels and Demons program with the two different dresses. Yes. That was like 2015, 2016, around that time. It was so innovative and so cool, and I've just really enjoyed watching them just fly, right?
Last year especially.
Yeah.
Their programs last year, I mean, their short program, I think, is one that's
they're short
in history. The Vogue. And they had the pink gloves, and they had the proper Vogue lessons and all the arms and everything. It was very, very impressive.
Incredible.
But they are coached by...
Here we go.
Gert Hoffman.
Here we go. Oh, nice.
Okay, and Marco Dörper.
Good job.
Just so innovative. They're doing some amazing things.
Mm-hmm. I really like the sound of their programs. I mean, we watched them, didn't we, at Shanghai?
Yes,
Tango,
we did.
In the shorts with really cool red and black dresses, and they're free the code with red and blue dresses, which is really cool.
Yeah, they had some pretty decent.
They did well at Shanghai.
Yeah,
55.77 in the short, and then 120.25 in the free. Yeah. I'm excited to see what happens with them. I really am.
Yeah, and they top 10, right? So Germany has been able to get two teams, and we spoke to is it United Angels? We spoke to them.
Yeah,
and
we did.
Were so grateful to be at Worlds because of the success of Team Berlin.
That was so nice, right?
They were so open about it. They were like, there's no way we would be here without them. They're doing amazing things. Yeah. We're just a little team having fun, but Berlin are the ones making waves. So that was really awesome.
We love that. We're all for girls supporting girls. That's what we're all about. So, how lovely. Passion from Hungary now. Gosh, these names aren't getting any easier.
I think they're really not. These ones.
All right, buckle in, guys. We're going to go Erica Kendalini Gualas. I'm so sorry. Right. Bettina Pava Sarkozy. Lila Tapai Sazabo. Marta Afoni. I'm so sorry, coaches, because I adore your work. The team is incredible, but I just butchered your names. They've got some cool programs this season. Again, watched them at Shanghai, didn't we? Yeah, so they're short, bang bang, and they're free. Nothing is as it seems. How ominous.
Very, very
46.32 in the short, 107.93 in the free. Pretty good scores.
I like the free, the short. Bang bang, 2 WE I have some really cool remixes.
Yeah.
They did
you're right.
That producer or artist had the Survivor song that.
Yeah.
The remix of that quite a few teams did a couple years ago. It might even have been Passion again.
I'm pretty sure the song you're on about is Icicles.
No, but like a bunch of teams did
I'm a survivor.
Yeah. But no, a bunch of teams did it. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There was a couple. I feel like it might have even been Passion. But anyway, doing some cool things.
We're waffling.
Sorry.
I want to shout this next team out. Team Ice on Fire.
Yeah. Special place in our hearts.
A good friend of ours skates for them. I have known her for a very long time. We've both skated with her. Shall we name her? Shall we embarrass her?
Yeah. Shout out Ella George.
Ella George, we're giving you a shout out. I'm aware you guys skated this weekend. We haven't been able to find the scores yet, but we love your themes of Snowstorm for the short and Reborn for the free. Kind of opposing themes, right? Which I love.
Yeah, a bit of both. They're making moves because previously it has been Hot Shivers that have been to Worlds and has been at the top. So Ice on Fire have been up in their game and being pretty impressive recently. Their coaches are Roberta Giuliani, and
he's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
I've seen him at competitions.
Yeah. He's another Pascal.
Yes.
Cool to watch.
You've got to watch. And Gabrielle Mincio.
Nice,
We're
cool.
going to get berated by Ella George on the messages after this.
Yeah, we are. we are. But no, big shout out to Ella George and Team Ice on Fire. Alrighty, let's go to Jingu from Japan, which I think it's really sad to mention. I think they only have 13 skaters this year.
So we might not be seeing them at Worlds potentially, which is really sad.
I know, that's a big sad because I love their programs. They're such. When they did, was it the Beauty and the Beast one?
Yes, I think so.
I think that was them. That was such a cool story.
I think it was a Back to the Future one too, and they had the car.
Yeah,
I remember watching it, and they drove in the car, and I had to rewind it because it was sick.
Yeah, they're cool. But Tomoyo Sikugichi, Yasuko Yushinda, I'm so sorry for the pronunciation, are your coaches. Your short sounds really cool, an avatar program. I couldn't find their free.
No, I don't think anything's really been said.
No, but let's hope they can find some more skaters.
But if they don't, maybe they deserve a bit of a break and a rebuilding. Yeah, they've done some pretty amazing stuff the past couple of seasons.
Yeah. You're right.
But to another team that we won't be seeing.
More sad news.
Really sad. Team Inspire from Sweden have just announced that they're not competing this season, which is very sad, as obviously Sweden are and have been innovators at the top of the sport for a very long time. Well, I guess a lot of that can be accredited to one of their main coaches, Andrea. I don't know how to say her last name.
Donahue? Isn't it?
That's how we say it, but is that how you say it correctly?
Yeah, valid point. I think we just leave it at Andrea because that's all she needs.
that's all.
To be known.
Once you hear the name Andrea, you just know.
Yeah. But they were really cool to watch last season, so it's sad to hear they're not competing this season, but hopefully we'll see them in seasons to come, right?
Yeah, and they seem to still keep updated on social, so I guess we'll still keep.
They're still part of it.
Yeah. But they do have quite a few other members of their coaching team. They've got Magdalena Sivertson, Gabriella Josephson, Natalie Lindqvist.
Sure.
And Natalie Josephson.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I'm very Swedish.
Yeah, it looks like ABBA, doesn't it, in a coaching team? Alrighty. Oh God, how much singing can Bree fit into this episode? No one needs to hear that, Sabrina. We're going to go to Poland now. God, I don't know how to say these coaches' names.
Poland, we love you. You're doing some amazing things.
Yeah, you're so.
But we can't say your names.
Some of these middle teams. Yeah. Some of these middle teams, it's been so cool to watch you guys just excel and really quickly, right?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go for it, and I apologise in advance. Agnieszka Filipowski, Marcin Midlaz. I'm so sorry, but your themes sound really cool. Pasadobli, and Messenger of the Nordic Gods, who competed at Shanghai, of course. So we've seen these. 51.96 in the short, awesome, above 50, and 98.11. I'm sure they are gunning for over 100, right?
So. They were my favourite short programmer from Shanghai.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
Yeah, they were definitely the favourite. There was a lot of attitude in that short program. It was really cool to watch, very entertaining.
Yeah.
Moving on to Olympia from Czechia.
Love this team.
Ones that have been around for a very long time. The coaching team for Olympia is, I'm so sorry, Jitka Mokra and Katerina Urbanova.
Beautiful.
No proper announcement yet of what their themes are. Doesn't look like they've skated. Still early days for a lot of the European teams, keeping things under wraps, I guess, and only just starting to compete. So I imagine we will have some announcements very soon. But usually they're one to watch. They always end up out there. They've had some pretty amazing programs over the years. So.
Their Queen program was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a really cool program.
The one with all the pastel dresses and the white gloves.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Stunning.
Can't remember what the music was called, but it's always the dresses that stick out in your mind.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're so right. We'll go into Team United Angels, which is obviously Germany too. I think we've said, haven't we, but we should shout them out because we were singing on a bus with them last season. So they're a really cool group of girls. Yeah.
Two random skaters from another team they had to share a bus with, and we got on and everyone was like, oh my gosh, do we have to share?
Yeah. And we were like, let's go make friends.
And then the rest of our team were mocking us because we were having a whale of a time at the back with the Germans.
Singing Spice Girls?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. It was so much fun. But they're such lovely people.
They are such lovely girls. Their short revolution, I'm excited to see this. And they're free of intrusive thoughts.
It's a cool one.
Sounds deep, doesn't it?
That is a very cool one. Their
sounds really deep.
Isabel Parfum.
Yeah, nice.
And doing some pretty cool things for Synchro in Germany to have too.
Yeah. I know, right? How awesome.
Yeah. Moving across to Switzerland, we have Team Starlight Elite. Now again, it sounds like these guys are skating as Elite 12 this year.
Yeah.
Don't quite
which
have
is
the numbers.
sad.
And yes, that's what Elite 12 is
such
there
a beautiful
for.
team.
But yes.
Yeah.
I agree. Beautiful team. Will be a shame because Elite 12 means that probably won't see them at Worlds. So we just have to keep an eye out. Their coaching team.
Yeah.
Evelina Lundman and Laura Zenklusen.
Nice. Good job.
I think that was right.
No.
So they haven't officially announced their short, but it has been listed. The sneaky investigation. It has been listed on ISU. Couldn't tell you what the theme was, but it was very cool music. I might have YouTubed it. Had lots of drums. Very poppy. One of them was called The Kraken Wakes. So that will be exciting to see. Maybe like a pirate theme.
Yeah, maybe.
But their free is River.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Classic.
Loves it.
Zulu, again, another team of so much history from France. Another really cool coach, Alessandro Tormena. Apologies if I've pronounced that wrong. I I remember their Grease program. That was one of the best programs with all those 4 guys in it. But this year, got some cool themes. Their short is Revenge, and their free is Tron.
Tron could be really cool.
Really cool. You know, when I found out what their free was, I was like, why has no one done that before?
Yeah, you're so right. But I guess it's along the same lines of Transformers and...
Yeah.
Well, maybe just Transformers. Like
True.
Robot-y, like
True.
Futuristic. It could be really cool. And I mean, the choreography that France has is always very, very impressive. So I'm sure they're going to dig into that theme quite a lot.
Yeah. I'm excited for them.
Yeah, me too. Right, moving on to another team. We have Ice United from the Netherlands, who have been making moves the past couple seasons.
Yeah, they have.
Previously, it was Team Illumination that were representing the Netherlands, but Ice United have been doing some pretty amazing things the past couple seasons. Their coach is... I'm so sorry. Feline Van Kempen?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'd say it's not bad. But yeah, they haven't announced their music yet. It has been listed on with the ISU, but I mean, they were some cool tunes. Couldn't guess.
Couldn't possibly reveal
what it would be, but excited to see what they come up with.
Yeah, me too. Okay, we move on to Team Icicles GB. Got to shout these out, haven't we?
Yeah, the girls.
Big shout out to the girls. Excited to see what you guys do this season. Brie and I both skated on Icicles, so yeah, we'll be keeping a keen eye on these guys and supporting them all the way.
Big fan.
Coached by, big fan. Coached by Esther Morris, Lauren Kelly, and Louise Alvey. They haven't released their themes yet, but they are competing this weekend. That when we release the podcast, they'll have already competed. So they will have released their themes. So if you're interested, go check them out. They have really cool socials and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens for Icicles this season, right? Very.
Off to Croatia. Team Zagreb Snowflakes, coached by Natasa Bahat. Again, haven't released any details yet. Not sure what they're up to. No themes available. Done some pretty cool things. We'll keep you posted. Excited to see what they do.
Yeah, very excited.
Not a huge amount to say.
We're going to go to Australia now for Team Unity.
A little bit further away.
Coached a little bit further away, right? A very hot country to have a really cool team. Coached by Madonna Randall and Georgina Williams. I'm excited for their short.
Yeah, me too. I love the song.
I Was Made for Loving You.
Should I do some more singing?
Their costumes. No.
Interesting though.
Make it stop.
Hungary did this last year for their short program as well.
Yeah, they did. So interesting choice, but still excited to see it. So
they haven't got dresses. They've got jumpsuits or like one pieces.
They do, which is cool. Yeah. No hiding those bent knees. So
no. Not at all.
You got to point those toes in a jumpsuit, right? Couldn't find what their free is. They've not released it yet, but we think it could be like a sky full of stars or something starry night, just based off their Instagram post, right?
They posted a teaser and a picture of their dresses. So
yeah,
my guess is it's going to be Coldplay because that was the song that they used. But
yeah, maybe we'll see, right?
Who knows? We'll keep posted. Off to Turkey, we have Team Cosmos, coached by Elena Mayorova. These guys, again, haven't released much information about what they're doing this season. I feel for them, though, because they don't really get to any international competitions until Worlds. They have their local stuff and then hit the ground running at Worlds. So, and that's hard.
Yeah.
That
must be hard. Yeah.
Big crowd, completely different. I mean, there's a couple teams that do that as well. I think Australia is one that doesn't often go to many other competitions. Unity especially. Doesn't go to many other competitions, so it's hard.
It's hard. It's going to be hard, right?
Yeah.
No it's daunting.
And
then our final stop on the little world tour is Spain. Team Fusion. Now, I know they didn't make it to Worlds last year because they went Elite 12, and I'm intrigued to see whether they go Elite 12 again this year or they stick in senior. I think we saw last year, didn't we, with the change in age and things like that. It was hard to get numbers. So a few teams felt that. They're coached by Alivra Mativa, I'm so sorry, and Judith Martintino. Again, haven't released any themes yet, but we'll be watching closely because they're a cool team.
Yeah. Remember the season they all got matching blades?
Yeah.
They had this flag on their blades a couple of seasons ago. Wild.
That's just so wild. So wild. Okay, that's nice. That's a nice little run through of what has been and what's to come, right?
The teams this year.
Exciting. I'm excited for this season. I think with such big competitions and world championships, it's going to make it exciting. But on that note, let's have a look at our comps that are coming up over the season.
So we have the Challenger Series, which is where all the big dogs go to, because it counts to your world rankings. So there's 4. We have the Mozart Cup, 16th to 18th of January in Austria. Very beautiful competition.
Love that. I love that competition. Yeah,
beautiful. Then we have Dresden Cup, the 24th to 25th of January, Germany. So the following weekend. These are all one weekend after the other, I believe. Like it's all pretty
I love how they've done that.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's very exciting because then after Germany we go to France, French Cup, Rouen, 31st of Jan to the 1st of Feb. Another great competition. They do a little parade through the streets at the start of the year. It's pretty amazing.
Really cool comp.
And then an exciting one. Very, very
this
exciting.
is so exciting.
Proper international that has been in the US. So the International Classic is in the USA from the 7th to the 8th of February. I imagine a lot of teams will be wanting to go here. Purely because it's the first one ever to be in North America. So
that's so cool.
Exciting.
If we have a look to some other events that are coming up, ISU events, as we've spoken about, we've had the Shanghai Trophy, which was really cool. I love how we're starting to integrate in now with singles, pairs, ice dance, we've seen that in Shanghai, we're seeing it in Finlandia. I think it's really cool. It's important for the growth of our sport. So and on that note, Finlandia is happening the weekend that this is released on the Sunday. Finlandia will have happened that weekend, so that's really exciting. And then we've got Santa Claus Cup, which is interesting competition. We've both been, haven't we? 13th to the 15th of December. Look, we love that competition. Perhaps didn't have our best skate there through no fault of anyone's, just it wasn't quite for us, was it? But hey, it was still fun. It was a bit of a flop. Cool competition though. We went out into the town, which was lots of fun. Bosphorus Cup in Turkey, 9th to 12th of January, which I think is their nationals. Zagreb Snowflakes Trophy, 6th to the 8th of Feb. Hevelius Cup, 13th to the 16th of Feb. I loved that competition. That was awesome last year. I think Brie and I went with in a mixed age team, so we only had one program to skate, so we fully enjoyed watching the competition, right?
Free, short and free, and just. But the rink was huge.
We had
huge. It was just very well organised.
Really cool competition.
And
then we've got Spring Cup, 14th to the 16th of Feb, Lumiere Cup, 20th to the 23rd of Feb, and then Budapest Cup, 14th to the 15th of March. So some really exciting ones, right?
To look forward to. And then of course the big dogs of competitions. We have the World Junior Synchronized Skating Championships from the 7th to 8th of March in Gothenburg, Sweden. That'll be very exciting. And then
that'll be good.
The World Synchronized Skating Championships for senior, the 10th to 11th of April in Helsinki, Finland. One that everyone will be aiming to attend because the crowd and the atmosphere in Finland is just like no other. They take synchro very seriously, and it is skating in front of it'll be a sold out crowd.
I'm both junior and senior worlds this year are in awesome locations, both locations that take synchro very seriously. So that's really exciting, isn't it? Cool. Some cool competitions. We're going to end today's episode on our predictions for the senior worlds. First, second and third. It's quite interesting. We've both gone quite similar, haven't we? Similar but different.
Yeah.
It's like Brie and I are the same but different fonts. Yeah. That's our predictions.
Okay, you go.
I'm going to go for it. Les Supreme, you going for a 4th world title. I can feel it. I just know you are.
Yeah.
Unique, I think you're going to get second. I think they are. And then my underdog, perhaps, just because they didn't go to Worlds last year, is Miami University. Yeah, that's more of a I hope for them, because I love them. As we've said, the sass, their just their performance, they're just awesome.
Yeah.
And I think they're a little bit different. You know, they are full-time university students who also skate. So I think it'd be such a cool story if they got there. So that's my 3.
To say that. Full-time
I know.
And world champion. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are like that, but the entire team.
Yeah, but
is a full-time
it's cool, right?
Student. Crazy.
Go for it, Brie. What are yours?
It's like the same but slightly different. I think Haydenets are gonna be gunning for their gold, because they were close last year. They were on tails. Had some beautiful programs. I know they had a couple key skaters retire, but I feel like they are chomping at the bit, like they are ready to go. So I think Les Supreme are going to be in second. I think obviously they're still going to be up there, amazing, godly one might say, but I think they're going to be in second. And then I've also picked Team Unique, but I think they're going to come third. I think they, with the new coaching team and I feel like it's just the challenge and the drive to get it is slightly different this year with it being in Finland. So I'm going to go Unique.
Unique are good under pressure. Yeah. They are. They're good under pressure, I think.
So we'll see.
Well, we will see, right? 6 months' time, we'll be sat here either very right or very wrong. And that's the beauty of synchro, is there is so little points in it, and there is so much that can change it so massively.
Yeah.
No one really knows, do they? No.
Well, we made it.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, 3 episodes.
We did. Yeah. I think we said it at the start, but just thank you. Like, I can't say thank you enough.
Agree.
It's just awesome.
Yeah.
Literally.
We're having a good time. I hope you're having a good time.
We are.
Even though 100%. I've been mocked a number of times about talking about a flock of birds. But you know what? I stand by my definition.
Everyone who mocked her good. She deserves it. Who talks about synchro like a flock of birds?
Anyway.
Next week's episode is very exciting. It's our first guest. We're going to keep it quiet for now.
Yeah.
We
could come with some technical challenges, but we'll see how we go.
Yeah. It's all a learning curve, right? But we're gonna keep it quiet for now. We might drop a few hints
on
Instagram over the next week, but I think you're gonna like this one.
I agree.
I think
it's gonna be good.
You're gonna.
Awesome.
Alrighty, let's call it a day. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you for listening from the Synchro Skaters Club.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.